So I hope this is something that we have created a work center last time. Okay, so I have explained you all and each and every field. So if you see, like, I'm creating a one more work center. So work center you will be creating based on the resource available you have. Okay, so you have to define a work center category. Okay, this is a machine. Okay, and usage you have to give a standard value key, then default control key that you have to set up, and you have to give parameters. Okay, which parameters is there. You have to define a capacity category. Okay, capacity category, then you have to give all this detail. Okay, so this is we have already covered it. Okay, this is just I'm reminding you that how it should be done. Okay, today's topic will be more into that configuration part, what is that work center category. Okay, what are these control keys and capacity formula, that how you can set up your own formula, how the scheduling things that you can set up. Okay, so we are going to do that now. Okay, so where you have to go, suppose you are creating a work center CR01 and you are defining this is express. Okay, so like you define a work center category, so all these things that we are going to configure now. So what you need to do, just go to SPRO. Okay, SAP reference IMG, then you directly need to go to your production. Okay, expand, and I hope I'm audible. Shop floor, master data, and sorry, not here, you just have to go to the basic data. Basic data, here you will see the work center and journal data. Okay, so first you will see there is a defined work center category. Work center category you execute. Okay, so this is what you will see. This is your work center categories. So you can also define. Suppose tomorrow any your business comes with the molds. Okay, any other work center categories comes, so you can use it, right? So you can create, suppose Control F, Z001. This is my new press, like mold or presses. Y001, y, what does it represent? Y00 represent, like y or z represents a custom. Okay, that is only the purpose of maintaining y and z. So wait a minute, just let me go again. Copy, I will take it as a Z002 because this is my uh, press line. Okay, save it. So if you go and see CR01, so you can create a new machine. Okay, like this is my press one, and now this time my work center category is different. Now this time my work center category is my Z002. It's my press line. Okay, so it's already exist in SAP this one. So like I can create Z press 01. So now you can see that you can create a work center category with the Z001. So this is a one thing that you have to know, like it's a work center category. Okay, so it is, these are not a major configuration, but at the time of SAP implementation, you have to configure all these things. Like if you are not using standard, okay, work center category. This is kind of the KDS, important uh, points. Okay, important key data structures. Okay, what is that next thing? You have to define a standard value key. Like go to this define standard value key. Where is that standard value key? So this is a standard value key. Okay, this is currently that what we have maintained. We have maintained SAP one. Okay, we have maintained SAP one. So you can see setup, machine, and labor. So we can create our own standard value key. Standard value key. See what we are using SAP one. So SAP one means you have machine, you have setup, you have what's it, labor. So tomorrow any new things come, suppose you said the power, and you said what like next thing, steam. You said like next is what, next is my air. Okay, and you say machine, and you say the labor. Okay, so this will be the new, this is my This is my standard value key, which is given by SAP 1. You can also create your standard value key. Okay, so if you go to SAP and you see, okay, so go to the standard value key, define standard value key, execute. So you can see these are the standard value key, SAP 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you double click on this SAP 1, so inside SAP 1, this is your parameter. Like this is the parameter. So maximum parameter you can select six parameter. Okay, maximum six parameter. But before going to creation of standard value key, you have to create a parameters. You have to create these parameter, the power, air, steam. These parameters needs to define. Okay, so where you go back. Before defining a standard value key, you just have to go to this first step, the define parameter, execute, define parameter. So they here you have to define those parameter. Okay, suppose if you see any example like power. So power consumption, how you maintain it, like it's a duration, or it what is if you say cp like setup machine time. If you double click, like this is SAP 00, if you double click inside, so you can see it's a standard value key in operation. It's a machine, it's a like, so this is how you are measuring. Suppose there is a something that you want to measure power, so click on copy. So you can say like I want ZPWR. This is my parameters, ZPWR. This is my one parameter. Okay, ZPR, it is my power. And you can say like it's a power. Okay, it's a power. And you can also maintain the time zone, what time, like it's a unit or it's a time, or how you are going to measure it. Suppose like how I'm going to measure my power consumption. Every machines I will be having a specific meters, electric meters. Okay, so this is that you can define it, whether you have any or you power does not have a standard value key, so you can say it's a unit, or it's a what, how you uh, maintain it. Right, so just let me see like if there is any unit of measure is available. Okay, so most of the time it is a meter, because I cannot see at each and every SQ what is minutes, or like it's a megawatt, kilowatt, or new megawatt hours. Okay, so you can use it like it's a suppose that you have created a one parameter called ZPWR. Okay, one parameter that you have created it, ZW ZPWR. Okay, this is one parameter. Same you need to create it for the steam. Okay, suppose you copy and you, this is ZSTM. This is my steam. You can say it's a steam. Okay, this is my another parameter. It's a steam. Or dimension is like it's a density, energy, force, or how your mass. Okay, so just for example, like surface tension rate, or you say that I measure steam in times. Times in like I have consumption like every 24 hours, like this much of steam that I consume it. Okay, so standard value key you can maintain like it's a time. So it's a my another unit of measure. Other parameter is ZST ZSTM. This is my steam. Same is with air, so you can just copy and create ZAIR. This is my another parameter, it's my air. Okay, you can create, it's a air. Okay, air. So I have created a one more parameter. So these parameter I am creating, so just keep in mind ye sab cheeze you will be creating in a real time. And machine and labor, suppose machine and labor I already have a inside parameter, so that is SAP underscore 02, SAP underscore 03. So I have already parameter for machine. Okay, and already parameters for manpower. So machine for 2 and labor is 03. Okay, so this is my three parameter. So I can have four, six, seven parameters. So I can create a multiple parameter. Okay, so system will not stop me to create a multiple parameter. But when I will be defining a standard value key, then it will give me the error message. So now you see that we have defined those parameter. Now go back, save it, and go back. Now define a standard value key, execute. So when you go and click here on the new entries, so now you can define a ZPP1. It's my new standard. Like this is my press press line input parameter. Okay, input parameter. What are those parameter? Now what first parameter is z p, what is z p w r. So it is my first parameter is power. Second parameter z p w r, sorry, z air. Okay, second is air, third is steam, third is steam. Okay, fourth is what we have created, steam, air. We have created three, so I can take one more, like suppose setup I can take. uh, I only have created two. Setup. Okay, this is also standard SAP 01. Okay, this is my setup. Okay, so this is I can use it SAP underscore 01. Okay, and I can use another SAP underscore 02 or SAP underscore 03. If even if I have some other parameter, I cannot maintain it. Maximum I can maintain six parameter. This is a interview questions. Okay, so I can maximum go up to the six parameter. Okay, now hit enter and save it. Save it. Sorry. So more than six parameter if you need it, so you might need to like look after. So see SNA, so there could be the more than six parameter, there could be more than 10 parameters, right? So business has to like go into the deep dive, and where all these things can be combined. And because like from this controlling point of view, from the cost point of view, okay, so steam and air might it would be same, right? Steam and air, so it would be having some common cost. Like this is something like SAP, what SAP standard things. Okay, so even if you ask me like whether one or thing can be increased, so it cannot be done. Okay, with the standard solution these things cannot be done. If this is something is required, so this has to be play at a costing level. Okay, so see what will happen further, this will completely drive your cost. Okay, so costing consultant, CEO consultant has to look after it. Okay, so I will show you where you will maintain, so even you will be having only the six input. Okay, so first we have ZPP. This is the standard parameter that we have created, standard value. So if you go CR01, I create a one press, and this is Z002. So this is my press machine one, and I select a usage. Usage is my 009. Then I select a standard value key. Okay, so what is a standard value key? We have created this. Then hit enter. So now you will see that you have the standard value key. Now power, air, steam, setup, machine, and labor. So these all are my input parameters for this particular machine. Okay, so now what is the next thing? So if you see, like you have just created parameter. Okay, you have just created parameters only. So now what you need to do the next, just go back and just scroll down and define a determination of person responsible. No, you don't need to do it. Define default work center. No. So what you need to do next, just close it. Okay, let me see. Okay, no, nothing is there. Now go to this routing and define control key. Okay, define control key. So once you have prepared this, once you have, now go to the next field. This is a default value. So here what you have the control key. Control key, what it does is control your operations. Okay, it's control your operation. So if you go to the control key, define control key, so execute here. So here you will see the multiple control key. So go to the PP01. These are your standard control key. So if you click here on any of this like PP03, double click on this. So inside of this particular control key, what it control, this control key basically responsible control your operations. So what is there inside this control key? This is scheduling. Scheduling means it will be responsible for calculating your start date and end date. Dependent capacity requirement, determine capacity requirement. So it will responsible for determine your capacity requirement. machine requirement, basically inspection characteristics. If this operation having some quality inspection, so this will be responsible for capturing those things. Auto gr, once this production is done on this particular machine where this control key assigned, that will come to the auto gr. And this is related to printing, and this is related to costing. And this is important, rework. If this operation is assigned to your any rework operation, so you have to make sure this is tick. Okay, and this is a confirmation, so this is a milestone confirmation. So I will go into the more detail, so when we will reach at routing, okay, not here, so that you see there's a control key which is required. So what I will do, I will create a one control key, like select this and copy. So it is zp01, this is or zp03. So this is my one like yp03. Okay, hit enter and save it. So once you created yp03, so you can see like it will come here. This is, you will be having that tool key here. Okay, so it will come here yp03. So control key you can maintain. Now you can maintain the value. What is that? Air, how you are maintaining. Okay, so you can see this will come here, how you are maintaining watts, voltmeter, megawatt, kilowatt, how you are doing it. Okay, air, how you are maintaining air consumption, like days, hours, how you are maintaining. Suppose I do in a airs. Steam, how you are maintaining steam consumption, like it's in hours. Okay, setup time, how you are maintaining it, suppose in minutes. Machine time in minutes, labor time in minutes. So you have to maintain these things. Okay, so these other parameter is not relevant for us. So now if you go to the capacity, okay, so you have to maintain the capacity category. So 001. Just wait a minute. I will come back to this same screen. Just a second. This is mandatory. So now you can see the setup formula. Now if you maintain, just for example, if I maintain SAP 005, this is the formula that I have maintained here. This is the formula that I have maintained here. So if you go inside and you click on the formula, so you will see this is the formula. Okay, but this is from this parameter, but I have my own parameter. Okay, how much capacity, how much machine charge is required, then how I will calculate it, because I have my own parameters. Okay, so how I will calculate it? How I will calculate it? Processing formula or setup formula. So I can create my own formula. So how to create that formula? Just go back. Okay, and capacity planning. Okay, so you can see here there is a defined work center formula. Defined work center formula. If you and go to the define formula parameter for work center, execute it. So you can see you have to define those parameter, but it is already defined because you have like pwr. So you can see these are the parameter which you have already defined, but you can also see here in a work center formula. Okay, so defined work formula, so it will come here. Now the second is defined formula for work center, execute it. So inside of this, that you can see those formulas. So if you go and check SAP 005, so this is your formula. Okay, this is your processing formula. Inside this formula, this is a formula which is maintained. Okay, this is a formula which is maintained. This is a SAP 005. And if you go and check SAP 006, SAP 006, double click on this. So this is a SAP 006 formula. Okay, this is a SAP 006. But now we have to create our own formula. Okay, own formula. So just before going to the SAP, I will show you how to do this thing in in Excel sheet. Okay, so once you are clear with this Excel sheet thing, now then you will be able to do it. So what I need to create my own processing formula. Own processing formula. Now for the own processing formula, what it needs, that formula will remain same. Okay, now just for example, I need to know my machine capacity. I need to know how much power is required. So how, if I want to know how much steam is required, I want to know how much machine time is required. Okay, so what is the formula that I have inside? So this is the formula that I have. Okay, this is a standard follow machine into operation quantity divided by base quantity, the number operational split. Okay, this is my one formula when I need to know my machine time. Okay, so just for example, I need to know my power consumption. So power is my first into operation quantity, okay, divided by base quantity. Just for example, I want to know how much power consumption I need. So how I will calculate it? How the power consumption I will calculate it? So just for example, for a product X, I need, it's take 10 minutes. Okay, it's take 10 minutes, and for 400 quantity it's take 10 minutes. Okay, 400 quantity it's take 10 minutes, and my base quantity, just for example, sorry, 100 quantity. Okay, this is my power, this is my operation quantity. Okay, operation quantity, this is my base quantity. Just थोड़ा ध्यान से देखना इसको, ठीक है. For 100 quantity you need 10 minutes of your power consumption, or 10 watts is consumed. For suppose for 100 unit, 100 quantity, 10 watts is consumed. So now if you want to know your power consumptions, how you will know your power consumption? Power consumption you will know by this formula. What is your power consumption? This. Okay, and what is your operation quantity? This. And what is your base quantity? This. अब suppose if your base, if you have operation quantity is 100, means you have 10 watts will be consumed. If your operation quantity or is 1000, your 100 watts will be consumed. If you have 2000 quantity, then you have 200 watts will be consumed. Now just for example, per unit cost, per watt cost is what's cost is 10 rupees or 9.5 INR. So this is a one my per unit cost. So how I will know my price? Total cost of total consumption of power, total consumption of power. So consumption of power that I have, like it's a 200 watts, but in terms of money, how it is? 2 into, like it's a 9.5. So I will go, so my per unit price is 9.5. So it's my total 1900 rupees consumption I have done. So if I produce 4 5 20, if I produce this much quantity, then this is my watt consumption. So this is a formula. So you can create formula for each and everything. Like for power I want to know what is my like formula. So you can see this is sp01, this is my one formula, spwr. Okay, I would say zpwr01, this is for power consumption. Okay, zstm01, this is for steam. Zstm sorry, ZAIR is for air consumption. ZMAC, this is for machine. So this is, you can create formula. Now what is the formula? Now just look here. So for power, this is my control key. Okay, this is my one parameter, ZPWR into, what is the next thing? Operation quantity. Okay, operation quantity divided by base quantity. Okay, this is my parameter. So now if you go inside, if you go inside, so if you see that operation quantity, SAP 9 or SAP 08, SAP 09. So you can see SAP 08. The formula hai. Okay, if you go to the parameter, so inside SAP, these are the parameter is also created. Okay, SAP 08, SAP 09 is for base quantity and operation quantity. Means if you see these all are parameter. It's not for now here. I'm just taking, it's a parameter only. Okay, so you have parameter like for operation quantity SAP 008, है ना, and operation quantity. Sorry, it's a operation quantity. It's a base quantity. Base quantity is SAP 009. Now you can see inside of these SAP 009. So inside of this, it's a operation quantity, standard value one. It's a operation quantity. Field name is a operation quantity. So inside of that, you can set it up. Now you see what is your formula for your. Suppose I want to know my power consumption, not in money, in a पर्टिकुलर यूनिट ऑफ मेजर, ठीक है, जो भी यूनिट ऑफ मैंने पावर कंजम्पशन, स्टीम कंजम्पशन, इफ यू वांट टू कैलकुलेट योर स्टीम कंजम्पशन, एयर कंजम्पशन, ओके, एयर कंजम्पशन, machine hours consumption, ठीक है, so you can create those formula. So what is the formula now? What would be the formula? So I have just shown you this. So same thing you have to maintain it, like z PWR into what is my operation quantity, SAP underscore 08 divided by SAP underscore 09. So this is one, this is my formula. Same formula, it's for stream, ZSTM into SAP underscore 08 divided by SAP underscore 09. Same for air, ZAIR, okay, ZAIR into SAP underscore 08 divided by SAP underscore 09. Okay, for machine that I have that parameter ZSAP09, so I don't need to change it. Suppose I would create any new parameter, then I would need to change this parameter also, okay. So this is my formula, so this is my formula. So same formula you will create it in SAP. So go to SAP now, go back, go to back inside. This is define formula for work center, execute. So now go to the new entries. So you don't need to see anything. You just go new entries, and this is my formula. Suppose ZPWR underscore zero. ठीक है, one. This is ZPWR one. This is my power consumption. Power consumption. What is that formula? So we have created that formula PWR. ZPWR into SAP 08 SAP 0 9. So you can see it is created. This is your formula. You have to make sure allow for calculation, work center for capacity requirement, allow for scheduling. Okay, so you can make a checkbox here and save it. Save it. Okay. So program for calculating formula is regenerate. So this formula is created in SAP. So you can see that formula, double click here. So this formula will come here. So this is your formula. Same you have to do it for steam, like ZSTM ZSTM underscore 01. This sorry, this is for steam consumption. Okay, so ZSTM, this is my one parameter. SAP underscore 08, this is my machine, and this is SAP underscore 09. This is my base quantity, and save it. Now you have to make sure this checkbox is on. Okay, now the second formula is you can select and copy. You just uh, take this. This is we are creating for air. Okay, sorry. Okay, SAP underscore 08 divided by SAP underscore 09. Okay, so it's a Z air 1. It's my air consumption. Okay, save it. Now you can create new formulas for Z machine 1. This is my machine R. Okay, now you can see it's a SAP underscore. What is that? What is that parameter? SAP underscore 02. Okay, SAP underscore 02 divided by SAP underscore 08 and SAP underscore 09. So this is your formula. You can create a allow for calculation and save it. Okay. So now we have created a formula. So if you go now, if you can see that there would be the formula. What is your processing formula? So you can see you will be having all the formula available here. Okay, now you can see air consumption, machine hour, okay, in power consumption, steam consumption. So you can choose SAP MAC one. So this is your machine hour consumption formula. So what is that? If you want to calculate that formula, select it and go to capacity or go to formula first. Go to formula. So you can see it is coming same. So now if you see, now if you want to go, like suppose you want to see formula, you want to test formula for air consumption or power consumption. Okay, so you want to check that formula. So what you need to do, select it and go to the formula. Okay, now this is a power into base quantity. Okay, this is power. Okay, now even if you test that formula, even if you go and test, click on the formula, click on the formula. So you will see, okay, my operation quantity is 100. Okay, and my base quantity is 10 For 10 quantity, my power consumption is 2.5 watt. Okay, or 2 watt. For 10 quantity, my power consumption is 2 watt. For 100 quantity, how much it will be? It will be like 2 into 10. So if you click on the test formula, so you will see uh, where it is coming. It's a processing requirement 200 minutes. Okay, so it is coming into minutes. Just make me sure. Base quantity, key fields, number of minutes, machine time. Okay, if you test the formula, so there is something you need to see. Okay, default value, watts. Okay, steam. Uh, Sorry, just okay. Let me check it. What is that? Okay. So it's a wrong I have given, na? Okay, great. Just a second, let me correct it. So this is, see, this is something important. Like, so all my formula will be incorrect. Okay, for with this logic. So if you go now and if you hit enter, and now if you go and check it, power it, so you can see now it's operation quantity, right? So if you uh, take this and formula and like it's a okay two power, and if you test it, so you can see again it is coming something wrong. Okay, for base quantity is 10. Oh, what do you need? It should do a number of employees. So just let me come here and CR02 formula. Processing requirement is 3 minute. Three. If there is something we are missing. Actually, what is doing? It's showing me the processing formula. Okay, and it will not be. It will not work here. If I go to the costing, just let me put a minute, and you enter this activity, activity type. No, no, and if you enter this formula here, so if you select and test this formula. Okay, formula. If you want to test it, and 10 units, and this is my. Actually, this is something I need to see. It is not working here, and PRT not allowed. Z ZPPRs. Actually, that we have maintained here. We covered. UPC values usually does not required here. Yeah, so even if you go and check, by default it's stay one. Okay. Power. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So actually that is okay. Operation quantity 10, and you have this base quantity 10, and operation quantity is 100, base quantity is 10. Now you have the power 2 watts consumption. So like it will calculate it 20 watts. Okay, so something like related to unit of measure also, because it was in megawatt and it is in watt, and that was also thing. And no, no, so see this. Sorry. So 20, it's coming like with the same formula. Suppose this is the formula that we have, and I say there is a 2 watts consumed. Okay, when I have the base quantity of 10, and when I produce operation quantity is 100, then system will say it's a 20 watts. Okay, it's a 20 watts. So this is basically my formula. Okay, is it clear? Okay, so see, the purpose of telling you this, in this capacity, this formula might not work, because this capacity is completely relevant for your machine hours. Okay, it will book your machine hours. So if you want to know what is your machine, so you have to use this formula. Okay, so it will calculate your machine hour, because this capacity tab is completely relevant for your machines. Scheduling tab is completely relevant for your start time and end time. Okay, so whenever you need this thing, like where, now just think like where you need this 20 watts. You don't need this 20 watts for like to know your to know your like how much of capacity of how much your watts is required. It will be further converted into rupees. But monthly, like monthly, what is your total consumption of your power, what is your total consumption of machine, so that you can get it, that you can get it from your, there is a some SAP reports, standard reports in SAP, from where you can get that data. Okay, so this is very important thing, when you are configuring what you are configuring this formula. Okay, inside that capacity category, you have all these things need to maintain. Okay, then same thing you need to maintain it with scheduling. So this is the major configuration that you have. Now another thing that you have, which is called a pooled capacity. Okay, this is a configuration. Now what I'm telling you, this is not a configuration. This is some other important topic within a work center, that is called pooled capacity. Okay, pooled capacity. So there could be a challenge, like suppose you have presses, you have press 01. Okay, press 01, press 02, press 03. So what is a pooled capacity? Basically you will be having a multiple work center. Now suppose what happens, your company says like your manpower will be working 2 hours extra. So what it means, if your machine, if your company is working 2 hours extra, so there will be the overtime, you will be extending your capacity. So now what you need to do in that case, each and every resource you have to go, and you need to change machine start, change your start time and end time, right? You have to do that in each and every work center, you have to do it. Just for example, this is my Z press 1 and I save it. Okay, and I also have the Z press 2. Now I'm creating a Z press 2, CR01, Z press 2. What I'm this time I'm copying from the existing one. Hit enter and display all screen. Okay, like default values, copy. Okay, press 2. Okay, so you can see each and everything, like I have maintained. So start time and end time I also will maintain. Suppose it, my factory will start it at 8 o'clock, and this is suppose till what's it, 20, 8 o'clock in evening, in night. Okay, so this is what I have maintained. 20 underscore 20, save it. Okay, and same with your work center 1. This also having the same capacity available. Okay, this is the same. Okay, this is the 8 12 hours capacity. Okay, now what I will do, I will create a pooled work center. Okay, pooled work center, that is called create capacity, that is CR11. Okay, CR11, and this is for called create capacity. Okay, create capacity. So what you will do, just do double click on this, and create capacity, and now you say it's my pooled capacity, z pooled, or suppose z press pool. Okay, it's my pooled capacity. And what is my capacity category? Capacity category is 001. Okay, it's my machine. Then hit enter. Now you can say this is my pooled capacity for press, and this is my factory calendar. My this is my uh, base unit of measure, and this is my 8 hour to 8 hour. This is my 100% utilization, and I have one resource. Okay, so this is what I'm doing. This is my pooled capacity, and how you will tell? You will tell by clicking here. This is my pooled capacity. Now you are seeing this is the same screen which you see in CR02. Okay, just keep in mind this is the pooled capacity we have created. Now save it. Okay, now if you go to CR02 for your presses, this is your press one. Go to the capacity tab. Here in the capacity tab, you can assign a pooled capacity. Where you will assign a pooled capacity? Drop down, click here. Click here, create capacity. Okay, so in this create capacity, you will assign this as a capacity category. Okay, so what you need to do here first, you just need to select and delete it. Delete it. Delete this existing capacity category. Delete capacity, and this time assigned a capacity category 001, and define a pooled capacity here. Hit enter. Okay, so now it's a pooled capacity. Now you can define the formula here. Okay, so this is pooled capacity. Now, what is the impact here? If you double click on this capacity category, now this all will be in a read mode. This all will be in a read mode. You cannot control it. Now save it. Okay, this is we have done it for press one. Save it. Same you have to do it for press two. Okay, capacity. Delete this capacity category. Delete it and assign a new one. Okay, this is pooled capacity. Same you can assign a formula. Okay, now double click. So now inside of this you have 12 hours. Okay, this is completely in a read mode if you open in a CR02, but because you have assigned a pooled capacity here. Now save it. Now suppose tomorrow your shift change. Currently it is a 12 hour. Okay, 12 hour your this shift is working. Now this changed to 13 hours. This changed to 13 hours. Your all machines. Now each and every machines you have to go inside of that, you have to extend this start time and end time. Instead of this you can use this pooled capacity. CR12 you will use it. Okay, see, go to CR12 and go to this machine, and inside of that you can increase this, like you have increased it by 10 o'clock. Okay, 10 o'clock, and save it. Now what you will see, each and every resource has been extended. Like CR03, go to press 02 capacity, that you will see it has been increased. Like your press 2 has been increased by 2 hours, like it's a 14 hours now. Okay, and you can see here inside of this capacity this has also been increased like 14 hours. So what it means, it is somewhere kind of a data maintenance thing, or like how you are managing your capacity of your resources. So that in that case, instead of changing each and every resource, each and every work center, so you can create a pooled capacity and you can assign those pooled capacity to your work center. So that what you can do. Okay, so now what is the next second thing? Like go to CR02. Okay, so just a minute, guys. Okay, please, just a second. हेलो, आगे नीचे, चल आजा, नीचे ही आते हैं अब 15 मिनट में। ठीक है ना? हाँ, आते हैं, नीचे ही आते हैं। Sorry. Okay, so where I was, like it's a pool capacity. Now, what I am going to tell you here, that inside of that there is a interval and shift. So you can also create a capacity based on the interval. Like here, it will not work. Okay, because it is completely in display mode. It is completely in display mode. You can control it by CR21 because currently all the pool capacity is assigned here. So if you go to the interval and shift, So inside of interval and shift, so what is saying from valid from today to 13/11, your start time and end time is this. Okay, but if you want to say okay, only for this week this is my timing, for other day it is a normal days. Okay, suppose I want to see for it is my journal shift, it's a 12 hours. Okay, 12 hours it's a work, but for a particular week I have to extend my capacity by 2 hours. Like after that it will be as it is. So you can go and click here on the interval and shift. From here you can control it. Currently what is mentioned till this, it is start time this and end time is this. Okay, it's a 12-hour operation. Okay, 72 minutes capacity. So you can click here and insert interval. Insert interval, you can say from today to, suppose like what is that current date, today is 24, till 31, till 31. Okay, it's a fill required, and it is a 24 to, okay, from 24 to this, it's a 7 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I am extending my shift by 22 hours. Okay, by 2 hours. Did you see? So this is I'm doing in a pooled capacity. Like you can also do it in each and every work center, but if you have pooled capacity assigned, then it will only work for the pooled capacity. Now you can see, like from this to this date, like you have the length is 7 days. It's in a days life of length of this. It's a 7 days, Monday, Tuesday. So each and every days you will be having 14 hours capacity for till 31. Then after that you will be having capacity of 12 hours. Okay, this is what it is converting. Okay, save it. So this is what we have covered your transactions code, but there is a something called reportings in work center. So work center reporting is very straightforward. Like if you go to CR03, it's a display work center, individual work center you can display here. If you go to CR04, CR04 this is something like just for testing your formulas for capacity, costing, or some production time, which I have just shown you, like for 2 watts. Okay, 100 unit. Okay, 10. Okay, costing. So you can see like if this, from here you can get the reports, test formula. So by CR04 you can test your formulas. Okay, any formula that you want to test it, that you can test it here. Okay, each report will come it here. Okay, like if you test it like for 100 quantities, what will be my total consumption? So costing, you can go it and check it. Okay, you just have to give this minute. Steam, I don't know, I am just not able to remember what unit of measure I have given here. So if see, cost will not come, cost will only come for a one, because in a costing work center, in a costing view, I have only maintained one formula. Okay, I have only maintained one formula. If I would maintain this for CR02, okay, if I would maintain ZSTM1, so this is my Steam. So then you can see Steam will get updated. If you click here on the cost, so Steam will get updated. uh, why it is not getting updated? Just because, just a minute. CR04, okay, like each, and you want to say minutes costing. See, it is not updating because somewhere your formula is not correct, right? So formula not correct means like I just need to go and check all the parameters, because this is coming correct, but it is not coming correct because formula, if you go to that formula. Okay, if you go to that formula for this Steam, Z Steam, yes. Okay, so it is incorrect. Okay, generate and Z Steam. Okay, if you go, Okay, so if in CR04, if you go now and check for 10 minutes, this should work. Okay, this should work. Sorry. Okay, so it usually come default. Okay, I got it. This is 10 minutes. See, but I need to check it why it is not. But it is some this transaction is completely your test your formula. Okay, so you can test your formula here, whether it's any scheduling, when it's a start time, when it's end time. So all things will be calculated. You don't need to go to CR02 and go to that each and every field. So from there you need to test it. But from here you can come and test your transaction code. So this is CR04. Now you have CR05. This is a work center list. If you want to see how many work center you have, so you can go and explore it like a work center list. So this is a standard transaction code where you can see all your work center with category, with person responsible, and the description. Okay, this you can see it here. Okay, so next is you have the CR06 transaction, which is this is assignment to cost center. So this is usually used by FICO consultants, and so each and every work center will be having a cost center. Just for example, CR03. I just have not introduced you the cost center concept, but each and everything cost work center will be having a cost center. Cost center means where the cost of this particular work center will be booked. So all these work center will be having a cost center. Cost center means, see, you are just doing your capacity calculation and all these things, but each and every resource will be having some operating cost. Suppose this is 100 rupees, this is 1010, this is this much cost. Each and every month you are book, you having cost, operating cost of these and machines. Okay, machine cost means like you consuming steam, power, manpower, labors, all these things into this. So this is your monthly consumptions of your of this is a cost of these presses, operating cost. Okay, so all these cost of these particular machine will get into booked into the cost center. Okay, so this is a like every resource will be having a cost center, so it needs to check with FICO consultant, like, oh, what are the cost centers they have. Okay, they will give the cost center list. So as CR06 is that, CR07 is what, it's a work center capacity. So each and every work center you can see their capacities. Okay, like capacity, category, planner, capacity type. So these are the standard reports, and it is not very interactive. You might not get full data from the standard transaction code, so that you need to go for the custom developments. Okay, so that is the case basically. CR08. Okay, CR09. Okay, CR10. Work center change document. If any work center goes for any change, so you can see here. Okay, so for that you need to activate a change document checkbox. I will show you where it is. CR12 capacity change, and CR13 it's a display capacity. So this is more or less like how you're utilizing it. Okay, but this is something we have into our work centers. Okay, so next topic you will be having on a routings. Okay, next topic you will be having a routings. And routing is what, it's a sequence of tasks or operations. Okay, for a manufacturing a cycle, you have to do cutting, welding, drilling, painting, okay, and packing. Or so this is what, this is a sequence of operation. You can have for cutting you can have 10 presses. For welding you can have 10 machines. For drilling you can have 100 machines. For painting you can have one line. Okay, so what is that? This is my operation 10, this is my operation 20, this is my operation 30, this is my operation. So this is routing is what, it's a sequence of operation. Okay, so might be I can do cutting and welding parallelly. Okay, then I will do the drilling, and then I will do the painting. Okay, or might be another case, first I do the cutting, then I do the paint, then I do the welding, then I do the drilling, then I do the painting. Okay, third case is doing cutting and weld, drilling together. Okay, then welding, drilling, and painting. Okay, so routing is what? It's a sequence of operation, and it's create with a reference to material code. Okay, reference to material code. You suppose I'm preparing a frame, then this is a sequence. Okay, this is a sequence. Suppose I'm manufacturing cycle, so I have a different sequence. I have a different sequence means first I will do like sub assemble. Okay, then I will do the what like wheel set assembly, then I will do the seat assembly. Okay, then I will do the final inspection, then I will do the painting. Okay, this is what, this is my sequence of operation, like it will be reference to my material code. Okay, so next topic we will have on routing. But the prerequisite for routing, you must have your material code, you must have your work center. Okay, bill of material is not mandatory here, but it will be further required when you will create a production order. So this too is prerequisite for this. So guys, tell me if you have any questions, anything.